I love it. Right, so I'm recording now, and I will, I can leave you unmuted, I think, probably, if you're okay with that. And then we just see what we do with the recording at the end, okay? Or shall I mute you?
Mute me.
Maybe I'll mute you.
Yeah,
I'll mute you just so that you know, then you can feel.
I'll leave it so you can see me. So if I'm going missing, you'll know.
That's fine. Okay. All right. Okay, so I can still see you anyway. As I said, if you prefer not to be seen, just go to the ceiling or whatever. But it's quite useful for me if I can see, because I can see if you've frozen, really. That's all I'm really looking for. So let's start off. I'm going to try and come outside with as much dignity as I can without hopefully you seeing my bottom too much. And we'll start sitting down. And I'll try and finish on time for you so that we finish at 11. And we start just by sitting and relaxing and taking a few moments here. Closing the eyes. We don't take very long here because really this is all about energizing rather than about calming down. I need to wake up for the day now. Not always good at doing that, but that's what I'm trying to do. So we are taking ourselves into the moment. It's our time to live in the present. One of the hardest things to do. And the mind, if it follows the breath, it gives it something to do. It always wants something to do. Following the breath is the easiest way to do that. And if you can bring into this the ujjayi, that narrowing in the throat, and that's really good. Any thoughts that come into your mind, bring yourself back to the present. Bring yourself back to the breath. Just a few more breaths like that. And then making the next one your last one. And then we'll do the alternate nostril breath. So remember your choice here, the thumbs, interlocking the fingers, or right hand practice, and you can choose to either have the fingers down or place on your third eye, entirely up to you. But we're going to close our right nostril and breathe out through our left. Remember, it's sometimes useful to have your hankies around you here, and also nice clean hands. So breathing out and breathing in. Count of 4. Closing your left nostril, breathing out through your right. Breathing in through your right. And breathing out through your left. So we'll do that 2 more rounds. Breathing in left nostril. 2, 3, 4. Close left. Breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close right. Breathe out left. And your last round, breathing in left nostril. 2, 3, 4. Close left. Breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close right. Breathe out left. When you complete that, just taking the hands down, giving your nose a little bit of a wiggle. Maybe you want to below your nose, just balancing both sides. You feel really nicely balanced now. And then we're going to do the Kapalbhati breath. And remember all the contraindications that are there: high blood pressure, heart conditions, any eye conditions that you might have, detached retina, glaucoma, whatever. Being cautious with it, and then taking the thumbs together and the index finger together and the other fingers interlinking. Take the shoulders back and down, and it's a belly breath. So what you do, you breathe in through the belly, or through the nose, and then expand the belly rather. And then it's an out, 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 out. We're going to do 3 rounds of 10, okay? So if you feel lightheaded, if any of those contraindications apply, just remember that all you need to do is go back to your normal breath or your ujjayi breath, just to calm yourself back and down. So we'll start breathing in. And then normal breath. Observe, how do you feel? Do you feel lightheaded? You probably have felt the pressure coming up into the head. That's what it does, shining skull breath. So we're going to do another 10 or ujjayi, whatever is working better for you. So breathing in. Normal breath again. Remember, when we do the Kapalbhati, it's all about the out breath. Mouth is closed, you're breathing through the nose, belly breath that you're focusing on. So breathing in. And release. Just a normal breath, observing. And you should feel now nicely energized by the Kapalbhati breath. So do that in the morning rather than in the evening. We're going to take our right hand down, left arm, put a nice big stretch coming over. Breathe in, look behind you to the other side, lifting, coming over and down. Get the length, get the stretch back. And then we do it from side to side, lifting, stretching. Start to make this a little bit quicker, perhaps, maybe a little bit deeper, but think of the length first. Think about the stretch over seconds. And you can always go a little bit back if that's what you want to do. And you can just go from side to side if that feels a little bit better. Remember, this is morning practice. It's really for you. As I say, this is my normal practice in the mornings. Not always motivated to do like the whole hour, but I do try and do about 10 minutes. So you can just do little bits of it. It just gets you moving. So we'll do a couple more both sides, going down really deep, lifting and stretching back. The other side, lifting, stretching back. Touch down both hands. Take your left hand to your right knee and take a twist behind. Breathe into that. And in the other direction. And to the other side. So we'll do this a few times. Taking that twist, the lengthening, using your knee to pull you that little bit further. And then if you want to bring into this Kapalbhati, you can do that. So you breathe in, and it's all about the out breath. So it's a and slow it down again. That lifting, that stretching, that twisting as you look behind you. And then bring yourself back to the center, and then bringing yourself forward, and then curling the spine in. Kundalini rolls here, forward and back. Again, breathing into this. Get the spine moving. Think of the head as being an extension of your spine. And close the eyes and be in the present moment. We're going to bring ourselves back to the center and then take some rolls around. Use the hands on the knees. Bend the elbows as you go around. Bring yourself forward. Again, if you want to close the eyes, you can really take yourself inside and observe your own body, how you feel as you take these Kundalini rolls around. The idea is you do this for quite a while, as long as you want really, and you take yourself really deep inside of yourself. So it becomes a really meditative practice, Kundalini practice, rising the Kundalini that lives in the base of the spine and rises upwards as you focus on it. And then coming back to the center and then forward and then in the other direction, circling around, just enjoying those rolls. Just getting the body moving as well. I find that the Kapalbhati breath really wakes me up, really energizes me, and it warms me up too. And then bring yourself back to your seated pose. You're going to take the legs out, give them a nice little shake out in front of you, wiggle your toes, take the hands either side of the hips, push down so the knees are going back into the mat, the heels are rising, you're strengthening your knees. And then release. Give a little shake out of the legs. Going to take your left leg, place it on your right thigh. A little rock from side to side. Just maybe making a little bit more than we normally do from one side to the other. You can start to push down the knee, lift up the knee. You can always use your hand to protect you from the other side. You can support you a little bit there. And then pushing down on the knee a little bit, just butterflying. You're going to take the foot and give a little rock from side to side into your rocking the baby as much as you want, perhaps foot into elbow. If you want to go there, you want to start bringing the foot up. If you want to kiss the baby, it's kissing a big toe. You've got a nice clean toe there. And then a little circle around of your heel. And just playing with this as much as you want to do it. So you're seeing what your hips want to do. Circle around a little bit bigger movements. Remembering we hold a lot of tension in our hips. So really nice to do this. You're going to take the hand to the foot and then maybe bigger circles around, getting all the little clicky sounds that you get from me, by the way, not anyone else. And then stretching the leg out, maybe opening yourself out to the side, but this is where you're going for what feels good for you. And you might even want to just open and close, stretching the leg out. If that's feeling good, you might want to have the hand to the shin, if that works better to you. And bending and straightening. You can always have the hand underneath the thigh so that you can put the foot into it more, flexing, pointing, flexing, pointing. It's working your knee here again, and the knee joint is one we've really got to look out for. Give a little shake out of the leg. Can you make a little circle now, just of the lower leg, getting the knee joint again, gently moving, and the other way, circling around, and then straightening the leg out, shaking it out. We'll do that tap from the top to the bottom. And then the heel of the hand coming down, try and get it into the instep. So you need to bend the knee to get there. Go with that. And try and just give a little rub of the sole of the foot. It's nice and comforting there. Give a shake out of the leg. Notice the differences in the two sides. We're going to do the other side. Foot to thigh. Again, a little movement from side to side. You might want to make this a little bit deeper than normal, a little rock from side to side. Push on the knee very gently. You're not forcing it down, you're guiding it down. And then you're taking your hand to your foot, to your knees, some little rocks, rocking the baby. Can you get your foot into your elbow? Maybe. I'm not going for that today because I'm not feeling like that's something I want to do. I'm a bit creaky lately. And taking a little circle with your heel, some bigger movements around. I think in the winter we probably are after that cold spell maybe. So we're kind to ourselves. We don't want to force anything. There's no reason to do that. And making some bigger movements. We want to take the hand to the foot. We go with that. No obligation there, no competition in that. It's up to you. And great thing about Zoom, and especially if people are watching it on recording, is that I have no idea, no judgments whatsoever. You can straighten the leg out if you want to. You can feel the crack going on there, unfortunately. Knee, bending, straightening. If you're going with that, you're going to open up and closing, getting a really nice stretch there. You can take your hand underneath the thigh so that you can point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. This is all brilliant for your knee. And then little circles around. If you find your hips locking, just bring yourself out of it. I can feel my hip that side, just a little bit locking. So I might need to come out. So I will just do that if you need to. And then shake out that leg, a little tap from the top to the bottom. You feel that, heel of the hand. Make sure you can really feel it. And make sure that you're coming out through the instep and you're just rubbing the sole of the foot as you go. A little nurturing gesture there to the feet. And then releasing those legs. Give them a nice big shake out and take your little rock from side to side. You can always touch down to go a little bit more or keep the arms up and maybe just a little bit less. Whittling your bottoms away, I'm hoping. And who knows, bikini bottoms from my garden. And lowering yourself back into sitting, going to come to your hands and your knees into your tabletop again. And so we always do this twice again. And you take your little circles around of your hips, enjoying, releasing the back, getting the spine moving. You can start to move within this as much as you want, especially in the morning. It's so lovely to get yourself moving slowly rather than rushing into it. Observe what the cats do. Whatever it is they do, do it. I'll be around my neighbours later on asking for food. I'm sure they'll give it to me. So, and forward and back. That's what the cat does. And from back. Maybe I'm just doing what feels nice to me. Might be that you don't want to go into an up dog, or maybe you do. Maybe you want to come back onto the heels. I'm just warming up that spine, bringing myself back to your tabletop. Give a shake out of your hand, and you can always take the back of the hand to the mat. Push onto that. This is for your wrist. And release again to the other hand. So you're not putting any pressure on it because the other hand is holding you there, but you're just getting to move in a slightly different way. Bring yourself back to your heels. Open up your knees so that you can go into your swan. You want to take the hands back. You can go into your child. Always have the knees together. You can have the head on a cushion or on a block. We're going to bring ourselves back into our tabletop. Just roll the spine up. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Open them out. take them back behind you, push the hips forward, bring the head just slightly back. Notice we've got sunshine and we've got clouds. Bring the head down. Breathing in, opening up, hands behind the back, support the back, push the hips forward. And again, come back to the heels, circle the arms around. Do that one more time, breath in and circle. Hands to the hips, come back. Push your hips forward, push the thighs forward, support the head, don't let it hang. Come down, bring yourself down. We're going to go back into our cat-cow. Yeah, everyone's okay there again. Coming back there. And this time, conventional cat-cow, lowering the spine. Cow, head comes up last. Arching the spine into your cow and your cat. So cow is where we lower the spine. Think of the udders underneath you. I think that's what you're supposed to think about. Bring the head up last. Arch the spine. Angry cat. Head between the arms. Think of the ball of energy rolling along the spine from the tailbone to the crown. And then back to the heels. Lift up the fingers, push the palms into the mat so you can feel that energy traveling there. You're moving all the fingers up and you're pushing down, quite strengthening, even though you're not actually putting any pressure anywhere. We're going to take our right foot now in between the hands, drag it there if you need to, and then bring yourself to looking up in your runner, and then arching the back, bringing the head down over the leg. Breathing in as you look up. Breathing out as you arch down. I'm hoping this is on. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, because this is a bit I think that people missed last week. So it's really nice just to stretch out the leg this way. Nice and gently. Pad the knee if you need to, because it's quite hard on the knee. You can lift up the foot, come down over the leg. And try and think now about lengthening the spine with the head looking up. One more time. This time come perhaps back to the foot and into the heel. So you're stretching yourself down over the leg. This one you can put a cushion underneath the buttock if you need. Breathe into that stretch. And then use the hands so that you can walk them back. So put the hands back and then coming forward. Bring the back leg slightly in so you can open up the arms now to this imaginary sunshine, and then come forward and come down over the knee. Breath in, open to your sunshine. Breath out, brush the ground, feel its flight. Can you feel your shoulder blades? Breath in. Can you bring the hands back now? And palms and hands are forward. Fingers are separated. Goddess. Lift the arms up and come back. Feel its flight again. Bring your hands either side of the foot. Take the leg back. Give that stretch out of the toes. Bring that mat. And feel your hamstring there. Shake out the leg. Take a little circle of your knee one way. And a little wiggle of your bottom. Come back to the heels, stretch out the fingers again. Keep breathing, any little movements you want to take in between, just do them. It's just whatever feels great to you. And then we do the other side. So we're going to take our left foot forward now. Bring it forward, drag it if you need to. Always make sure it's nice and safe there. I think that's looking good, great. Hands coming down to support you, fingertips are there. And then you can stretch out the leg, bring the head down, breathe in, lift the head up, get that length. Again, from the tailbone to the crown of the head. I always bring my back foot in just an inch or so that it gives me that firmer foundation. You don't want to be wobbling in this, you want to be nice and secure. Otherwise, that's when you could get a knee injury. And that's why setting it up is the most important part. And then you can play with it. But doing the kinds of stretches that work for you, and get that breath going as well. Make sure you're really breathing into it and really appreciating this fresh air today. I'm going to come back now. I'm going to lift up the toes. Again, my choice. And listen to your own body to do this. You're going to come back to your heels. You're going to perhaps walk the hands back a little bit to support you. You're going to use a cushion if you need to support that side of your buttocks. You're going to come down over the leg, breathing into that. Feel that stretch all the way along the back of this leg. And you can bring the hands back to carefully bring yourself back. You can always make fists of the hands as well. Support the wrists that little bit more. You're going to now come forward, breathing in. I move that foot slightly back. Sunshine and fearless flight. Breath in, open to the sun. There is sun, I promise. Coming back. Feel the shoulder blades. Get the breath going with this. And I'm going to do that one more time, coming up. And then come back into your goddess. Open up the fingers, palms are forward. Really strong. Feel the shoulder blades. Lift the arms up and then bring them back and down. Back into your fearless flight last time. Hands coming down either side of the foot. Take the leg back, the knee back. Take the foot back, stretch it out. Feel the heel pushing back. And then release the leg, a little shake out. And then circle your knee into your hip opener again. Bring yourself back to your heels so you get a nice little stretch out. Lift the fingers up. Push the palms back down. Come back into your tabletop. A little wag of your tail here. Tuck your toes under. Push on your hands. Come up into your down dog. Push the heels down. Walk the feet if you need to forward. So you can push the heels down that little bit more. Breathing into this. Really grounding. This is working on your root chakra. And then bend and straighten your knees so that you can maybe bring the heels down that bit more. Play with this. Always morning practice is very much about playing with the movements, moving how you want to, doing what feels good to you, and seeing if you can take it that little bit deeper. Challenge yourself a little bit, and then walk the hands back to the feet, hanging down. You can bend the knees a little bit, Uttanasana, and then we're going to breathe in and draw ourselves all the way up to a nice big stretch out. And get ready for some standing activations here. So I think I'll move back a little bit, if that's better. You can see me that a bit better there, I think. So give myself a little shake out with the hands, shaking the hands, letting the knees be nice and soft, letting all that tension just fall off of me and into the earth. Recycling to somebody who can use it in a way that is much better than what I'm doing, so that everything is being used and nothing is being kept that we don't need. Going to start to let the feet open up a little bit so we can let the arms swing around us. Check for furniture here and get to look around you, seeing a different view as you turn. Hoping that quite soon we'll start seeing the trees budding, a little bit of life coming out here. This is what I like to see outside. I watch the trees and just, it's amazing. Notice that one day they are bare and the next day, all of a sudden, you think, oh, where did those leaves come from? They're all there ready to spring back into life. All the things that have been going on through the winter Actually, it's when the work is going on. And then we can have a nice rest in the summer outside, reading a book on the patio. I'm looking forward to that. So you're going to give a little tap of your chest either side. Try and make sure you're coming into the kidneys in the back so that you're waking them up, stimulating them for the day. And you're knocking on the door of life, apparently. And then we're going to let the arms slowly come back to the side of you. Take the shoulders around. Gonna lift up one shoulder and circle it, the other side and circle it. Get to see the one side to the other side of you. Get a little bit of a twist. You can start to lift the arms up. You get the breath going here. Get the shoulders moving. Go the other way. Bring the arms forward. Imagine you're swimming. Something I've not done for now a whole year. So looking forward to that first swim back, I'm hoping. Open up the arms and push them out to the side. Can you push the hands out so the wrists are getting a little bit of movement as well? You can feel that in the wrists, strengthening the wrists, the hands. Breathe in, lift the arms up, breathe out, breathe in. The whole way through, just taking the hands out to the side and lifting up. Do that one more. Shake out one arm. Let it swing forwards and back. Shake out the other arm. Let it swing forwards and back. Root your feet down into the mat. You're going to move your left foot forward and roll back, roll along through the right. So it's a forward and it's a back. I think I need to be slightly further forward. I'm going to run out of mat there. So I'm lifting up the toes. I'm working my way through the sole of the foot. And really why yoga is barefoot, ideally, we'll be on the grass here and you can feel the grass and you can really earth yourself down and connect to the earth. But just rolling through that foot, really nice feeling. And then you can start to bring the arms into it, breathing in and lift up, breathing out and pushing back. Get the length going there as you do this. And we're together here. You would just be coming forward and back. We can synchronize this movement. Synchronize movements. But really get that breath going. Get that lift up and come back. Lift up and come back. We're going to do that one more time. And pushing back. Going to bring yourself back to standing. We'll just do the one. We're going to do the double one there now. So we're going to now ground the left foot into the mat. You may notice there's a little bit of a difference between your left and your right. And then do that walking forwards, walking back, rolling through the left foot. Focus your mind on the left foot so that you can roll through it. Again, visualize that you're on grass. Even though we're not necessarily, I'm not going to go on the grass, by the way. I'm not that mad. So I am not going to do that. But in the summer, I definitely will. It's a lovely feeling, walking on the grass, walking on the mud, not quite as nice. And then raise the arms. Think about lengthening the spine as well. Lifting up, coming back. Lifting and coming back. Lifting. And use the breath. Breath in as you raise the arms. Breath out as you come back. We're going to do that one more time. And come back. And then bring ourselves back to standing. Just a little rotation of the shoulders around again. And the other way. Shake everything out. Open up the feet nice and wide. Gonna breathe in and circle the arms around, breathing out, come down. Breath in and breath out. Breath in. And you can do that a little bit quicker. Bend the knees. Get a quicker class when I've just realized I've left myself on it twice. That's pretty horrific. I can see two views of me. And then we're going to breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. It's a bit like the Kundalini breath. And then just raise the arms, lower them back, down to the sides. Take your shoulders back, bring yourself back to standing. Give a little tap down the leg, one leg and the other leg. Always needed to warm ourselves up outside. A little tap of the belly around clockwise direction. If you can work that one out. Your bottom, nice slap the bottom, and then along the sides of the body, avoiding any zips you've got going on there. And then we're going to give a little tap of our chest. It's really good to do this every morning, even if you're not even doing an exercise. You could just go outside, just do this. You don't have to do a whole session. Just tap the chest, just underneath the collarbone. And that's going to really help your immune system. And then down the center, do be careful of zips there. And sternum, again, it's clearing the lungs out. And then it's a tap here all the way down the outside of the arm to the fingers, a nice little tap of the fingers, the hands, a little clap, the inside, the other side. You're also working down various meridian lines or nadis as you do this. And then just sweep down the belly, the legs, the other leg, the arm. Try to get into the fingers. Try to get behind your shoulder. Other side. Behind. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze there. And your buttocks. And then taking the hands into fists. It's a little tap of your kidneys, and then turn the fists around. So the fists themselves are into the kidneys, just rest them there. And we'll do the bounce on the feet, the heels. So toes lift, so toes stay on the mat rather, and the heels lift. And you're just bouncing, a couple of lifts. And you're gonna be working here, that muscle behind the calves. So just be aware of that. So you see how you feel for a few little lifts, and then we're trying to do 18. So keep the fists into the back, into the kidneys, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'll do 2 more, 19, 20. It's not an exact science. Take the shoulders back and down. Lift them up, breathe in through the nose, and it's a through the mouth. Breath in, and one final one, breath in. Release, shoulders back and down, mountain pose, your Tadasana. Arms are out to the side. I'm feeling warm, I don't know about you. Going to do the windmill breath now, just to open our lungs a little bit more, because I want to take advantage of all this fresh air I've got, having been stuck indoors a little bit. Going to take my right arm back, and I'm going to breathe in, lift the arm all the way up, and breathe out, lowering the arm down to the side. Windmill. So breath in, circle the arm back. You can look to the hand. Breath out, lower the arm back and down to the side. Keep thinking about that right side of your lung. Breath in. And breath out. Try and breathe through the nose, not through the mouth. Breath in. And breath out. So that's your practice one. So now we're going to do the windmill. We follow with the other arm, but everything is focused on the right side. So we start right side. Breath in. Raising the arm. And as we lower it, breath out, the left arm is just going back and lifting up. And then you've got the arm down. So you've got breath in, right arm goes back, left comes down. Breathing out, right arm comes down, left arm is going back. Don't worry too much about what the left arm is doing. Just try and synchronize it so that the right arm is doing the movement that you're really focusing on, and the left arm is just following like a windmill. Trying to raise the arm, lowering it. Obviously, do modify this if you need to for shoulders. But keep your focus. It's where your mind is. It's your mind all the time on the right side of the lung. So you're really breathing in to the right side. The left should just be following. I'm going to do it a couple more times. Lifting, breathing in, breathing out, lowering. Final time on the right side, breathing in. And then release. And just give a little wiggle, a little shake out. And notice, observing, take a moment. Do you feel different this side to this side? Should feel that much more open here, this side. So obviously we need to balance. We're going to do the other side. Going to take the left arm up, breathing in. Follow the arm, the hand with your gaze, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Really think now about the left side of your lung opening up. It's that left lung now that the focus of your mind is as important as the breath. This is all about opening up the lungs, so it's got to be really good for us, for our immune system, for our breathing, for anybody like me that gets asthma, and for just generally being prepared that we need to be healthy. I think we need to work more than anything on having really healthy immune systems right now. So we're going to do that one more time on the left. And the next time we go back, remember your right is going to follow your left. So right from shoulders. So breathing in. And then the right arm is following the left, but the left is leading. It's quite unusual for the left to be leading. I'm starting to lose the plot there. It's very easy. If you lose your focus, you find the arms start doing some weird things and maybe not working together. But if you keep focused, then it's easy. And we're going to do that one more time. A bit of warning there, and then we're going to lower both arms down so they meet down, and give a shake out. And any little movements you want to take, do take them. Wiggle from side to side, shake out. Got the phone ringing now, and open up the arms coming back and down, shoulders back. You're standing in your mountain pose, and I think we've got time just to go quickly through I wanted to do the Sea of Compassion, so I'm going to do that. Taking the hands to your heart and then up to the crown of the head. Breathe in and lift up as you come into the Lotus Mudra and the knees are bending. Breathing out, coming back to the crown. Breathing in, lifting up, and breathing out, coming back. So if anyone's not sure of how to do this and you're watching on the recording, watch on the Sunday one, and then bring the hands to your heart, take the hands behind you, your choice, elbows, or you can even just touch the wrists, hold the wrists or the elbows, or when you go for it, wiggle the fingers back, try and go into a reverse prayer. I'm not too sure I recommend this because I can't sustain it that long. So I'm going to just hold on to the elbows, and that is it. I'm going to turn myself to the right side, bringing the left foot slightly in, breathing into this, coming back, and breathing out, coming down over the knee. Breathing in, lifting back, and breathing out, coming down. So this is now waves of compassion. It's a bit of a warrior pose as well. You can have blocks if you need them in a minute handy, or you could have a chair if you want to use that. We're going to go into crane in a minute, but to begin with, just forward and back. Feel that spine releasing again, coming down a little bit deeper each time, or not so much if that's better for you, bringing yourself down to the lowest point that you're going for. And now taking the back heel off, lift up the arms. This is where you might need your blocks or your chair, because what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands down, chair, blocks, or the floor, hips are forward, knee comes in, and then take the left foot back, stretch up, bring the head down, crane. And then lower the foot, the knee comes to the mat, into your runner. Perhaps here you might need your blanket or something so that you've had the knees. Take the arms out in front. You're going to take the left arm either around or up and over. Open yourself out. Bring this knee back in. So you're facing to the side, but the knees are to the forward. The arms are out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Waves of compassion. And then circle the arm around to the front or over and around, coming back and down to the mat. You have to come up with dignity. Fingertips are to the mat, and the foot, back foot comes in so that you get that firm foundation. Stay down over the leg. Bring the hands behind you. I just hold my wrist so I can breathe in. And lift myself up, hopefully with dignity there as I do it. And then turn myself in the other direction. And again, I'm going to start doing those waves coming forward and back of the spine. Spinal waves, once I've set myself up. Narrow warrior, very strong, very much moving into the spine, using the breath, going down as low as you feel that you want to go. And then you're going to, in a minute, come down as low as you can get. I'm going to do one more coming down. And then when we come up this time, we're going to lift up the back heel, turn the foot so hips are forward now. Arms are raised, breath in, get that stretch up, and then hands to your chair, block, ground, fingertips, if you wish. Take the knee in and then stretch it back. Bring your head down, bring the heel back. Breathe into that crane for balance. Loads of energy traveling all the way along the spine into the heel, and then taking yourself down to your runner, lifting the arms up, hide your knee again if you need. Take your arm into that circle, an arc of light around you. Make sure that knee is back. Make sure you're turned to the side. Waves of compassion. Breath in, breath out. Breath in. And circle the arm around again. An arc of light. Bring the hands down. Support yourself there with the hands. And then you can bring the back foot in to its little angle into your narrow warrior. Bring the hands back while you're still down. And then you can breathe in as you lift up. And then bring yourself back to the center. We're going to interlink the fingers. Favorite bit here now. Spiral. So we're going to open up the feet a little bit wider than hip distance so that you can come down to the earth, breathe in to the sky. Come down to your shins, lift up to the sky, to the knee. Try and get the breath driving this. Now you go to your root chakra and moving up the chakras, solar plexus, heart, throat, crown, circle the crown of the head, so third eye, and then circle the crown of the head. Lift the arms around, circle them back and down, shoulders back. Do it again, interlinking the fingers, and then again, spiral to the right, breath in, and breath out, to the shins, and to the knees. And now, root chakra, stability. And we're going to go straight to Manipura, powerhouse, action, heart, compassion, love, throat, communication, third eye, intention, and wisdom. And then the crown of the head, bringing it all together, Sarasara. And then lift the arms up over the head. Take the arms around and back. Lift them again. Draw energy and light into the hands. Shower of light down into the crown of the head. Third eye, throat, and then into your hearts. And then draw the hands together. Touch them together into your prayer mudra, namaste. Thumbs are touching the sternum. Shoulders are back and down. Eyes are closed. Feel that energy settle. I have love and compassion for all. I have love and compassion for all. And then releasing the hands. Give a little circle of your wrists one way, the other way. Little shake out. We're going to bring ourselves back and down to the mats. We're nearly there. So breath in, breath out, all the way down to the mats. And from here, we're just going to bring ourselves to our backs, so that we can come for a very short relaxation, but bringing ourselves onto our backs, little rock and roll from side to side. You can, if you want to, do some rolls forward and back. So if you want to, bring one foot over the other and bring your hands to your feet, you can. And I'm going to do some rolls. You could just do some little rolls, or if you're okay with your core, maybe lifting yourself all the way up and then going all the way back. I'm just enjoying that. Bringing into that your inner child first thing in the morning. Lovely. Rolling on the back. It's nice if you can give your spine a little massage there. Make sure the head is safe. Put the head in. You're not hitting anything. It's all great. And then we're going to come up one more time. Gonna sit on the tailbone. Give a little stretch out of the legs. A little shake out of the legs. And then you do the opposite foot over. And then rolling backwards and forwards. This will feel a little bit wrong because always we choose the side that works best for us. I'm going to do that just one more time, but this is why it's good to do something a bit different and then come back. Take the hands to the feet, happy baby, soles of the feet to the sky or the ceiling, and then lifting one leg, the other leg. And then rock from side to side. Gonna bring the soles of the feet together. Bring yourself into your supine butterfly. Really fantastic to do outside. And we just visualize now the sun is beating down on us. And we've got a beautiful sunny summer's day, blue sky above. I'm sure it's coming soon. Watch the birds flying in the sky. Stay here as long as you like, or circle the arms around, back and down, and maybe stay there for a little bit longer. Notice how you feel there. Bring one knee over to the other and take a gentle belly twist. Take the arm over in the opposite direction. then do that the other way. So knees are rolling over, arms are flopping over in the other direction, breathing into that. We're gonna bring ourselves back now into our Shavasana, and you always need to finish with a short time of Shavasana, even if that's all it is. Just allowing the legs to fall apart, the arms out to the side, relaxing into that. Maybe a breath in and a breath out through the mouth. Relying however works best for you. I'm just going to roll over and come up for a second so I can keep a bit of an eye on the time. We're just coming up to just after 11. So we're going to have just another minute or so, really relaxing, really letting go. And if you do want to spend longer, obviously, please do, because Shavasana is good. Even in the morning, you need a little bit of time to allow the body just to be, just to relax. Nothing to worry about for a moment or two. And then if you want to start moving the fingers, the toes, you want to take a nice big stretch out, you can go for that. And you can bring the knees into the belly, do that little rock from side to side. You might want to roll the knees in and roll them around, get a little spinal massage there. And then you might even want to roll yourself all the way up to sitting. You can do that, bringing yourself nice and actively back into the day. You might want to roll over to your right side, bring yourself up. Keep the eyes closed or softly focused if you can. Rub your hands together when you get there, getting the warmth and heat into the hands. You can point them down to the earth. You can bring them up over the head, raising that energy upwards. You can take the hands now into the eyes, closing the eyes and then opening them into the darkness. Blinking your eyes and then massaging third eye, forehead, temples, little tap of the head. To wake ourselves up now and then bringing the hands all the way down around the body into the earth, earthing yourself back into the day. And if you want to join me to finish in an Om, we're going to breathe in. Om. Take the hands either side, breathe in golden energy into your heart. Take a little bow to each other, thanking you very much for staying with me today and letting me practice with you. I really appreciate it. Wishing you peace, Om Shanti, and Namaste. The light in me recognizes the light in you. So thank you. Really appreciate it. It's 5 past now. I will just turn the recording off there.